Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, you pilgrims.
Howdy, y'all.
I know.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Since I last saw you.
I know, right? So.
And we have a cameras now.
Yeah,
for
I know,
whatever
yeah.
reason.
Might as well change the format up, because 11 subscribers ain't cutting it.
Well, that's why you wanted to do this?
I don't know. I just thought, well, let's change it up, you know? Funny enough, we all look like American terrorists. The Patriots.
Yeah.
That stormed the Capitol.
We've got a wetback. We've got a chink over there.
Oh, yeah.
Doing pretty, it's America.
America. Anyways, welcome back to the Dead Lemons podcast. Dude, I forgot what episode we're on. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah. What, episode 12?
No, it's 12?
I think it's 12.
Something like that.
Pretty sure it's 12. I could be wrong, but I know that we're double digits.
Yeah, I know. So, long hiatus. I left the communist state of California.
Yes, sir, you did.
Yeah. Kind of,
Where to?
Even
though I think we discussed this before, but whatever.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't divulge this information.
Well, okay, not specifically, just what state?
Texas, okay? Texas.
There you go. Then.
Yeah, Texas. Hence the American flags here.
Pretty large major difference in the culture.
Frankly, yeah. I mean, it's just people, man. It's just land. Just a big piece of land. That's all I could say about it.
Yo.
What?
Just an update. This is episode 18.
You're kidding me.
We're of age now.
We made 18 episodes of this crap?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I can't. That's kind of hard to believe.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to feel about that.
I know.
But you know what? I think, personally, I will say this. This was just meant as like a thing to kind of burn time because both of us were bored. And like now, because we've taken like a bit of a hiatus, I don't know. It's kind of, I'm not going to lie. Part of me feels tickled inside.
Well,
like, I enjoy this.
We only did this because, like, we were kind of at the beginning of the so-called scamdemic. And
yeah,
just pretty much just killing time doing nothing. I mean, I was pretty much unemployed doing nothing.
Yeah, freaking immigrant.
I didn't get
I was working. The Mexican was working. What?
I didn't get
but then
I didn't take any unemployment, so I wasn't really, I wasn't doing shit. Just not making
Plus,
money.
to be fair, you were you're becoming accredited and everything, so you're probably better off now than I am. So
I guess. I mean, I get paid less here, which kind of sucks, but
that's fine.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
At least you've got a wife now, so either way, you're still better off than I am.
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, so far it's been good out here. Definitely, like the bike trails are good. The alcohol is strong here. I'll be honest. It caught me by surprise. The first time I actually ordered like a cocktail outside, and I took a couple of sips. I'm just like, holy crap! Is this the heat, or is this really that much alcohol in here? And of course, I'm sitting.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing then?
It's a good thing in the sense that you get the more bang out of your butt, because I ordered like one of those shitty AMFs. Oh no, it was a Long Island iced tea to be more specific.
Yeah, you were specific with the AMF. It was just a completely different drink.
Oh
so,
no, I just remembered. Okay.
Okay.
It was a Long Island iced tea. Normally cheapy peepee drink just to get a nice buzz going on, but no, it was strong. Maybe because I haven't been drinking. That also could be it.
Could definitely play a role. Plus, then it's hotter over there too, so then like you're slightly less hydrated. A lot of different things, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if you're correct. They probably are a little more gracious on their servings of alcohol. So
I mean, I felt like they were gracious. Good gracious.
Very nice, very nice. So, hello everyone. I don't think we have anything in particular. We usually try to go, keep this casual, but I think today is going to be a little bit more off the cuff than usual since
I didn't really.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't really think of any topics, to be honest.
Yeah, so
forgive. There's a couple of things we can probably just touch up on what's going on.
Right okay. Well then.
Actually, first of all, I should ask you, what is the state of the state that I once left?
The state of the state is an poor state.
How bad has it gotten since I left?
I mean,
is it worse? Is it noticeably worse, or is it the same? Or is the media just overblowing things again? That's where I'm at. That's what I want to figure out.
Okay, the media is always going to overblow things. That's not going to change no matter who you are or where you go. But
CNN, we blow people.
So, my thing is like, okay, in some aspects it's gotten better-ish, in the sense of things are now reopened with pretty much no restrictions.
You guys are actually opening now. That's just.
Yeah, it's been like a few weeks now, I think. Basically since June 15th or July 15th.
June 15th?
Yeah. Bullshit.
No. Let's not go there.
Yeah,
it's too early. It's too early.
Stick to one topic and we can start going off and doing our regular crap later. But yeah, I mean, like, so that's good. The mask mandate went away pretty much, even though it was said that if you haven't gotten your vaccine, then you still need to wear your mask when you're outdoors and all this kind of bull crap. But then, like a couple days ago, because of this quote-unquote Delta variant,
came up with that name. Delta variant. It kind of reminds me of
it's
Delta Force or something like that. They are the special forces of the coronavirus.
Okay. I don't
know. I'm just trying to make sense of this.
Well, anyways.
This version of COVID is so potent, it will secretly get inside your defenses and rape you.
Well, no. Okay, so as with anything ever, okay, there are mutations that end up occurring later on down the road. Now,
that's with everything. Influenza has mutations.
Exactly. So, as is the case usually, there are several different types. They are more contagious, but less dangerous. And so that's the thing. Like, again, yes, sure, they might be a real thing, but just like before, it's being blown out of proportion. So, anyways, going back to the mask thing. So now California is saying to wear your masks again, despite whether or not you've been vaccinated. And I think they even said though that it's not a mandate this time, but that they would really recommend to do that. And so far, the past week or so that I've seen, nobody seems to care. There's still like that handful of people that walk around with their masks on and stuff, but it seems like the vast majority is over it, which is kind of cool. I've walked into several shops and stuff without a mask. No one has said anything. I only put my mask on voluntarily without being told when I go to the Asian market. If I see that the majority of people have it on there, because I'm not about to try to.
Most Asian markets are like that anyway.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to start shit. I'm just trying to get my Asian groceries and leave, So, but yeah, pretty much anywhere else, Santa Monica, a couple spots throughout Northridge. I just go in. I don't even bother bringing my mask, and nobody says anything. So that's kind of cool. I keep looking at the screen and not at you. Oh, well, this might be a little bit awkward, but anyways. But yeah, so that's the point, or the biggest difference in California right now. We do have obviously Gavin Newsom.
Oh yeah, I heard about
the whole recall thing.
Total recall.
Yeah, he has been such a little queer boy this entire time about it, and I don't know. I haven't had a chance to dig into it, but I did come across a couple things mentioning that it looks like the government the California government is going to try to change the laws in regards to recalls. So I don't know what that's all about. So, but like obviously though, whatever it is, it seems like a pretty desperate move for him to do. I just hope that they're not successful in it, whatever it is that's involved. So I'll look more into that later, because I literally just came across it, I think maybe yesterday, and I was like, ooh, I should check that out. So
what about the rate of violence going on over there?
Oh, that's jumped up, man. That's jumped up like.
Is it with the whole? Because I think I recall seeing like they were cleaning up a lot of the homeless encampments, and they didn't take too kindly to that.
Well, they've been doing that for a while now. The whole thing is, it's not just the homeless people. They're a pretty big percentage of the numbers. As far as like homicides and aggression and all that kind of jazz. But the other thing too is, like a month ago, maybe more, they released like 100,000 something, or maybe it was more than that. I have to double check, but a bunch of felons and people from jails and stuff. And so it's a big mix of stuff, and then also the immigrants that are flooding in. So I mean, everything's just.
Oh, you can tell me about immigrants, that's for sure. I'm on the crisis on the southern border of Texas.
True.
But you know what? Surprisingly enough, like I think our state is actually doing something about it. They're definitely trying to round him up.
Yeah. What's the situation on that lately?
In terms of like people like getting smuggled over here and all that stuff, because San Antonio is pretty near the border. So we've had, I think recently, I might have mentioned it to you, but they had a truck full of coyotes transporting a bunch of immigrants over on one of the highways.
Coyotes.
How do I pronounce this? Coyotes.
Not coyotes. Coyotes. Ay, chingada su madre. Ay, coyotes. But coyotes, whatever.
Yeah. So essentially, they just rounded up. I never heard from it again. That's pretty much it. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. There's a lot of Hispaniards, kind of the same ilk that you're from. The other day at work, surprisingly enough, I had a Spanish speaking patient. What the hell am I talking about? A Spanish speaking patient. And, probably the first and probably several occasions I've been at my new job that I've actually spoken Spanish. I've actually spoken more Spanish back home than I have here, surprisingly enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, the person that I was essentially training on the shift that I was on is of Hispanic descent. And I said, oh, do you not speak Spanish? They've never spoken Spanish in their entire life. And I'm like, oh crap, I actually know more Spanish than the actual Actually, a lot of people are like that here. A lot of the how do I say it? Second, third generation? I don't know how to say it. Which category I throw them in.
It would depend, because like I'm like a second and a half generation myself.
Okay, so like second and third, a lot of the Hispanic population out here is pretty much second and third generation. Like they're pretty much just, I can't say Twinkie, that's an Asian person, like a spoiled banana, because they're brown but they're white on the inside. No, maybe not. I have very bad analogies. Anyways,
I get your point. Yeah,
you get my point. They're whitewashed.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Seems like a place that I could fit in. Although like over here, it's like, what? You don't know how to speak Spanish? You have to shame on yourself. I'm like, I don't give a rat's ass.
How do you?
Last time I checked, the primary language of the country is still English. I know, but there's so many, useful things that you can do with Spanish. Like what? Talk to Pedro about, hey, you got my order wrong at freaking McDonald's? Like, nah, I'll say that in English.
Hey, fool. You gotta learn the language. How do you expect to take advantage of your government, man?
Right?
That was bad. Already going down that road.
So that's yeah. How's the cost of living and everything over there?
Oh,
I know
great.
we already talked about it.
We talked about it, but so far very affordable. Hopefully, douchebags don't ruin that. If you know what I mean.
You mean more people like you?
More people like me, I guess. Well, no, not necessarily people like me.
I just
'Cause,
mean people from California.
well, it's not just California. It's actually New York and Chicago.
Oh, really?
There's a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
people from Chicago out here. I've noticed that. Um,
Interesting.
it's just people that come from those states and just literally buy up property, just straight up cash, and just driving up the market. But you know, I'm not one of those people. I hope not. I just take your jabs. You take your jabs.
It took a jerk. He took a jerk.
Yeah, that's nice.
But,
I mean,
yeah.
it's definitely a change of scenery. Like, you know, I wasn't much of an avid biker before, especially around, you know, California, LA to be specific, because I just don't want to get hit by people in a car.
That makes sense.
And everything is concrete, so it's you know, it's like whatever. I'll just take my car somewhere. But here it's like you're more encouraged to take your bike out because there's a trail here. They call it the Greenway, and my God, I haven't explored the whole thing because the whole thing goes all the way around the city. But
Wait, all the way around? Really?
yeah. It's like the whole city essentially.
Wow, that's a pretty long trail.
Yeah.
Okay. And why it took you forever to get back home?
No, I didn't go that far.
Someone get in trouble.
Essentially.
Nice. That's so for those of you that I don't know why do I say that? Basically, I'm just gonna talk now. I have heard Jan get in trouble. Well, one big one from his wife, and that was while singing virtual karaoke on VR chat. And I don't think we were recording that, which is kind of sad. But it was it's weird. It's just weird when you see a buddy or bro that you've known for a long time, and then all of a sudden the bastard gets married, and now he's getting in trouble by his wife because he's having too much fun and being too loud while she's trying to sleep. It's something else. But anyways. Pinky light. I mean, it works, but oh look, he's back.
Are you talking crap?
No. I was just telling them that, you know, we can't hear you getting beaten by your small little Asian girl. I also don't even know. Like, it took so much longer than I thought it was going to. So it's like, I don't even know if we're just gonna like cut this up or.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
No, there was a bit of a bug problem over there, so I went to go take care
of it. So you didn't get in trouble then?
Well, I am kind of loud, so I'm trying to keep my voice down now.
So it's a little bit of Jan, shut the hell up, but also can you come kill this bug for me?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That's also interesting too.
When I get too animated, my voice gets really loud. Apparently.
Well, no shit.
You want to get punched in the face? No, but. What was I talking about again? I forgot.
I also forgot. No, the trail and stuff.
Oh yeah. Essentially, it's like, it's a trail that kind of runs through the entire city. Actually, I've only explored parts of it just because it's too hot and I don't want to die out there.
Yeah.
But,
hey, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about the flooding problem you guys have been having?
It's not really a problem. I mean, it's normal.
Shut the hell up! Just tell them about the flooding.
No, we get 4 seasons in one day. Essentially, that's all that is. Like,
yeah, well, it sounded cooler when you were telling me about it. Okay, Mr. Getting stuck underneath the bridge and all that kind of stuff.
Well, in that situation, like I've never been in that situation before. So I just followed what the locals did. So when it started raining like crazy and the water started rising to our ankles, I pretty much just followed whatever other person was doing because I assumed they've been through this before. And pretty much what they did is they just stood on higher ground and just stayed there. And I was just like, oh, we're just gonna hang out here? Is that what we're doing?
Now, did any of you talk together, or is it just a bunch of people kind of keeping to themselves?
No, yeah, just small banter here and there, but you know,
okay.
I find it interesting that a lot of them it's like normal to them, and they're like literally just in running clothes, not wearing anything else. But then I noticed that there's a bunch of like almost like lemmings, but like hundreds of frogs are coming out of the wet work or whatever, going onto the path. And that was kind of, it's like almost apocalyptic like. And I started riding back, and I just found myself just running over frogs here and there, trying to get back to like the entrance of like the part of the path we got into.
Sweet freaking frog genocide. That's kind of cool.
Dude, it was freaky. It was like boom, like you just see like it looks like rocks just all over the road. But they're just,
big frogs or smaller frogs?
Varies in size. There's small ones, there's big ones essentially.
Okay. Well, that's definitely that's more exciting and more interesting than anything that ever happens in LA, because the homeless people that jump out in front of your car, you're technically not supposed to hit them, so you don't even get that satisfaction.
Homeless people.
So hey, it's about that time.
Oh, it is.
Why don't you crack one open? Well, give him a little ASMR. Put it up to your speaker. I mean, your microphone. Oh yeah, what did you drink?
I thought my mic was the microphone.
Oh, you lucky son of a bastard! Yeah. I tried looking for that earlier and I couldn't find it. Ice cold Orion. For those of you who don't know, unless we've mentioned it before, but we'll mention it again. Orion is a Okinawan beer. It is freaking fabulous. If you can get it in the bottle, that's better than the can. And if you can find it on tap,
you know, I've never.
I don't see why you would drink anything else.
I've never found in the bottle. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you have.
Have we?
Oh, you mean yes? They used to sell all the time at the Galleria.
Oh, the Galleria. I miss that place.
Yeah. But lately, they don't even have a spot for it anymore. So I don't know if they just stopped getting it in or what's going on. But anyways, point is, it's kind of sad. But yeah.
Oh, do you remember that place we found that had it was the Rhine on tap?
Yeah, of course. That's why I was saying, when you get back here and later on, when you visit, I want to go down there and grab ourselves many glasses of that, because it was fantastic.
I forgot the name of the place, I'll be honest.
Well, it's okay. Even if we knew it, I wouldn't say it on here because I don't want people ruining our experience.
I mean, there's already a bunch of clear homosexuals ruining the experience for everything.
Oh, that's true. I don't want to benefit to that though. All right, did you crack it open yet or what?
Yeah, I did. It's open.
Oh, you did? I didn't even hear it. I was expecting to hear a nice little kind of a thing.
Oh no, it's warm now. It's been sitting here.
All right. So it's beer time for Jan and whiskey time for me. So I'm just having myself a I don't know why this doesn't focus. Anyways, I'm just having some Hibiki Harmony on the rocks.
Well, what year though? Or was it just a regular one?
Yeah, Hibiki Harmony almost never has a year on it because it's a blend.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. But I haven't had it in a while.
Anyways, sir, cheers. Come on, no, come on, drink it. All right, now I'm gonna go over here and drink it because if any of you are wondering why we're masking up, we live in a strange society where people can lose their jobs and so much more just from saying their opinions and how they believe. So I don't feel like dealing with any of that yet. That's good. Ooh, that's real nice. I don't think I've ever had Hibiki Harmony on the rocks before. That's totally different, but it's still nice.
Oh yeah, you still can. Yeah, we live in a very strange time where you can't say things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
So, hopefully you know, but what's up with this John McAfee thing?
Why do you gotta lead in freaking Seinfeld?
Seinfeld?
What's up with this McAfee guy?
Whoa.
Anyways, I don't know.
What's the deal with these concentration camps?
Why did he turn into Hank Hill?
Oh wow. Oh yeah, funny thing about that. I don't know why I didn't really find it funny, but it was interesting. When I was leaving to work one day, there was a like a screener in the front of my hospital, in the front of the hospital, watching King of the Hill.
That's sweet.
I wonder what would compel him to watch that.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty similar lifestyle to Texans, I would imagine.
I guess. I mean, I've been slowly pulling an accent out every once in a while.
Yeah, I heard that on a couple occasions. It's amazing.
Yeah.
At first, I thought you were just BSing, and then I heard you say it, and I'm like, dude, freaking Cowboy Tanaka. That's why you got to get your boots and.
Oh no, the real Cowboy Tanaka is an anesthesiologist that walks around with studded cowboy boots.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, interesting.
So what's up with this person that you're talking about?
Which one?
I forgot the name already. Oh no. When I said the thing about Seinfeld.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about it. I just assumed you knew about it.
Oh, no, I don't. I've been, for the most part, I've only been keeping my eyes and ears open for stuff in regards to the stupid scamdemic bullcrap.
Well,
and a few other things.
I feel like that's like an ongoing thing we always talk about.
It is, because it's the one that's making the most impact right now. But I will say the other thing that I have been kind of interested in is, have you heard of Yeonmi Park?
Sounds like a Korean guy.
It's a Korean girl, and she's a defector from North Korea.
North Korea. Yeah, I've seen that. What about it?
Yeah, no, I've been watching a bunch of her interviews lately, and she did a couple things with China Uncensored, and
sounds like
America.
Every single time I hear China Uncensored, I always think it's like one of those Chinese porn sites or something.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
But you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Chris Chappell and all those other guys. Anyway, so they've had her on a couple times, and it's been really interesting to hear her perspective on stuff. Not because it's necessarily news to me, but I feel like it's a really unique, source for truth to come from. So, for instance, it comes from me. It's like, ooh, look, a Hispanic guy who thinks that the border should be secure and people shouldn't come in here illegally. Like, that's interesting, but people can always find some kind of BS to throw at me. Like, but you were born here, so you're privileged or whatever. Same thing with you, But usually, people who are the most outspoken about it, or at least in the spotlight, are usually white. You do have some blacks and stuff doing the same thing, but I think the thing that makes her story and her perspective pretty intriguing is because, well, she's literally from a modern day place that oppresses people, like actual slavery and actual oppression and actual, lack of freedom and stuff like that, So, meanwhile, everybody over here in the U.S. likes to complain and be like, "Oh, we're being oppressed because they don't like to call me by my right pronouns or whatever." And it's like, dude, that's not oppression. What the hell up, So,
vaccinate, get rid of COVID. Vaccinate.
Vaccinate, make an appointment. Vaccinate, make an appointment. Vaccinate, gets rid of COVID. Vaccinate, gets rid of COVID. Shut the arms.
Anyways,
it's funny. You would think like a subcategory of people like that would be like so anti.
Right?
You guys are just literally following what everyone else is saying. Come on.
I know. In regard to all of that, like the vaccination stuff, that's, dude, the fact that everybody and their mother is coming out to try to like tell people to get this done is the biggest warning sign of my I don't know how people don't see that. Like, it is so, like, they had a Denzel Washington. Oh, not Denzel Washington. Morgan Freeman. Did you see his little thing? It was like a PSA. He's like, "I'm not a doctor, but I've been told that a lot of people like me and trust me, so people paid me to tell you to go get the vaccine. I trust the vaccine, and if you trust me, then you'll trust the vaccine. And all this kind of bullcrap. I'm like, dude, this is so blatant. How?
I'm Morgan Freeman. I'm not a doctor, but I trust science. And I'm told that for some reason people trust me. So here I am to say, I trust science and I got the vaccine. If you trust me, you'll get the vaccine. In math, it's called the distributive property. In people, it's called taking care of one another. Get the vaccine. Help make our world a safe place for us to enjoy ourselves again. Please.
Just brainwashy this whole thing is. It's like they're not even trying, but supposedly 70% or over 70% of the population of the U.S. has gotten vaccinated, so I guess it's working.
That's 70% of that generation's DNA that'll never be passed.
Anyways, going back to Yummy Park. So
I know
so
where
it was
I'd like to
intriguing.
park.
I also would like to park, but you're married, so.
Oh yeah, sorry. Ooh, I would like to park on me.
Park Yummy.
Oh
Park Yummy. Anyways, yeah, so she's come out and had a bunch of this about like how the universities are literally like along the same lines, if not in some cases worse than the type of brainwashing and racist type teachings that they have in North Korea. And so to me, I pick up on that and I'm like, yo, that I can understand that. That's interesting and all this kind of stuff. But apparently, people have been calling her out too, saying that she doesn't know what she's talking about, even knowing, because she was talking about like some of her classmates and stuff from when she was at, I think it was the University of Columbia. And I guess like there were times where people would, she would say something and people were like, oh, like they kind of like, what do you call that? When they patronize somebody and, say, oh, it's because you were brainwashed over there, that you don't know any better, the America is like an evil country and blah, blah, it's like, wow, like you have the freaking nerve to tell somebody who actually survived like sexual trafficking and freaking, actual oppression. And you're saying that just because she doesn't agree with you, it's because she was brainwashed. And in reality, it's the complete opposite, So yeah, I just, maybe we could throw in a clip of her or something.
Which one specifically?
I don't know. We'll probably discuss that later.
Oh,
But
I would like
basic.
to park.
Ooh, speaking. Oh, continue. Sorry. Before I.
No, that's basically it. I just thought that was really, really interesting. She's been picking up a lot of momentum lately. She was on with Jordan Peterson and excuse me.
Telling you the real world, actual real world doesn't work that way. But they say if this triggers you, don't come. Really forcing you to be so feel entitled and not exposing you to any truth. And if you were to say the wrong thing, the professors were telling me you are brainwashed. And eventually I had to just shut up so I can get a good GPA and graduate from the college.
How are the other students responding to the kind of lectures and talks that you were hearing? What were the other students doing?
This is the most surreal thing, right? When people asking me, in North Korea, how was it? How many people believe in the propaganda? And I'm saying, well, it was like more living in a Truman Show. Nobody knows, who is acting, right? And everybody has to do it to survive. And at Columbia, the same thing. Everybody just had to echo whatever the professors and other people are saying. So nobody actually speaking out. And I was the only one keep raising my hands. Like, I have no problem studying Western civilization. I have no problem studying this subject. And they were like, all looking at me as if I'm an alien. and the fact that I was refused to hate white men, and they were like, you know, you are so systemically brainwashed.
Good Lord. Now, you've come out with this story. I believe you've written a book about it. You were with Sean Hannity last night. You were on Fox earlier this morning. Now, you've come out in public making your statements. What's been the reaction to you? Is there something like a backlash to you?
Well, a lot of FU there. Sorry. So much FU and so much like the Marxist, Leninist, Maoist has been the biggest target for me because North Korea is the only country that holds ideology called socialism. It's literally called the socialist paradise. So these people cannot stand someone from North Korea now pointing out what they are doing to this country is a similar things. Like I remember in North Korea when I was born, my fate was determined because what my great-great-father did. And coming to America talking about white guilt, it's like, I mean, you are not responsible for the slavery that happened hundreds of years ago, right? Like that's the one thing that you cannot change as a human being. Nobody choose your ancestors.
And a few other people. So it's very, very intriguing, very interesting, and it kind of sort of ties in with my theory
Of what?
on back when the whole Asian hate crime started popping up like crazy, and how
A bunch
it was
of
just,
bullshit.
it seems like
Well-
they're really trying really hard to
Bit
get
of
the Asian community onto the whole we're victims, bandwagon. But it does seem to be working.
Bit of a segue, obviously.
Bit of a
Bit of a
Yeah.
bit of a segue. Funny enough, I had a couple of Caucasian coworkers ask me how do I feel about the Asian hate thing. I just started laughing about it because I'm like, really? Like that shit doesn't exist, man. If anything, Asians fucking hate other Asian people, and that's a real thing. And that's even worse than what's this Asian hate bull crap. Don't believe any of that crap you see. I've lived through it. I've seen it with my other Asian friends. Like, it's not fucking real. It's just bullying.
Oh.
Interesting. Wait, so you don't believe that the Asian hate crime stuff has been happening?
No, I don't believe, like... Okay, I guess I should have been more specific about that. No. I know it happened, but not as like a white on Asian hate type violence type thing that narrative that everyone's just trying to push. I'd agree. I was more of saying that Asian hate does exist, but it's between other Asian people, and that's just been generations. I mean, we can look back in history.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're
Because
trying.
there's only been like out of all of these recent crimes that have happened towards Asians, I think like at least, well, for sure, definitely 2, but I don't think it's been any more than maybe 4 or 5 white people who've actually been the cause of it, whereas the vast majority of the other ones are blacks and Hispanics. So I mean, but they still want to rush and say, oh, let's stop white supremacy and white hate or not white hate, Asian hate. So it's like, but it's the primary suspect is not white though. So what are we doing?
Riddle me this.
I forgot that.
Oh,
I totally forgot that part. Oh yeah.
have you
Yeah.
have you heard anything lately or no?
No, he just fell off the radar. Whatever happened to that guy?
Like you might be a little bit racist.
Me? I'm the Riddler. I'm not racist. I'm out here to solve the mother of all riddles. Riddle me this before you go. I am loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I'm a fraction of the population, but commit half the crimes. Who am I? The
Hashtag free Joker.
You
him out of there.
you mean Gypsy Crusader?
Yeah, well, Joker too. Because,
Oh, that's just one of the many roles he plays.
yeah, I know the Riddler, and then there was that other one, which is like a military person.
Oh,
Yeah, I kind of miss that guy, man.
Actually, no. I should probably look up what's going on with that guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, the other thing I wanted to get into was Holy Spa was on the news the other day in K-Town. Yeah, Wee Spa in K-Town.
I missed that. What happened?
Well, apparently, the staff. So essentially, what happened was a fully naked male, goes into the women's locker room naked,
Nice.
Women start complaining to the staff about why is there a naked man in the locker room. Naked man says, I identify as a woman. And staff proceeds to defend his right to say he's a woman.
What? Come on, Koreans.
That's what happened on
You
the news.
know better.
And the funny thing is there's a bunch of like other bystanders, other bystanders watching the scene unfold, and they're like, oh, he has every right to say he's a woman.
I mean, I don't blame them.
I mean, yeah,
You
but
know,
we know the type of people that live out there.
for real. And like, I've seen the type of girls that go to Wii Spa. I will gladly identify as a woman if I get to be in the same locker room as those girls. Okay. But if this guy's being legit and not just being a guy who's, exposing the system,
It was something
then
it's something about California having LGBT rights, saying that it's against the law to discriminate against anyone in the LGBT community or something like that.
yeah, how can you be that dumb? Like, so you identify as a woman, you
Or-
go into a locker room full of naked women. You can't then identify that you have a couple things that they don't. Like, I'm just saying, right then and there, you should see that, wait a minute, I'm different.
And I have a boner.
Oh, man. Yeah, basically. Dang it, dude. That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else to get into that. I mean, you can...
No, that's interesting within of itself, because like I said, I didn't even hear that.
You can argue the philosophy of it, but that's pretty much it. That's what I saw on the news the other day, and I was like, oh shit, that's Wii Spa. Oh wow,
That's crazy.
Wii Spa.
Oh, we.
I know. K-pop is a cancer.
Have you seen that one guy who?
Jesus.
I'm dying. Sorry. I think he was like British or something, but then like he fell in love with like K-pop, specifically I think it was BTS.
Are you talking about like some like was it gender change? What was it?
No, not a gender change. It's a freaking nationality change.
What?
Yeah, like he fell in love with it so much, and then like he really likes the main dude. I think his name is Jimon, something like that.
Oh, you mean Jizz?
Sure. And so he's gotten like 18 surgeries to make himself look like the Jimin dude. Yeah. And now he's saying like he's coming out as
a Korean
transnational. Yeah, so he considers it like he has all these pronouns and everything, and then part of the pronouns is Korean. I'm like,
guys,
what? You don't get to do that.
Guys, mental health is a real thing. Are we
No,
not?
yeah, and the solution is a bullet.
I was gonna get to that. Guys, you need at least 5 grams of lead in your head. Transported through a bullet.
No, listen. No, I'm gonna try to like relate and be reasonable here. Okay. I love Japan. You know this. Everybody who knows me knows this. Yes, I love Japan. Everything about it. Why'd you turn into Joe Biden right there?
Salute the Marines.
I did that. I signed that into office. Freaking weirdo. Anyways, so you know the everything from the old traditional stuff to the new modern stuff to the music to the food to the women to everything. I love it and I respect it. And I'm not gonna lie, there is a part, or especially when I was younger. Now I'm more over it. But there is a small part of me who's like, that would have been interesting or kind of neato to have been born Japanese, you know?
Oh my god.
But well, you know, it's like the grass is greener on the other side. It's like a kid who grows up in poverty and looks at rich friends and wonders what it would have been like to be born into that family. It's not so different. And so, but the issue becomes, you know, the thing that kind of flips it from either socially acceptable to just straight out weird is when you get older and you still don't get over that, and then you go through all of these different things, whether it's surgery, or like
Neck
behavior or
beards.
whatever. Yeah, and you get to a point where like you try everything in your power to become that culture or that nationality when you're not. You know, like for instance, to this day, I would still be interested, though I'm not 100% because I've never been there, so I can't say for sure. But I think it would be neato to you know, become a citizen and live in Japan. But even then, you know, I would like to think that where I'm at mentally is if somebody asks me, you know, oh, what are you? Just because I've been living, you know, as a citizen in Japan for the past 5 years, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm Japanese. No, I would say, well, I'm a citizen of Japan, you know, because there's a difference. See, Japan's not like the U.S. The U.S. was literally built on diversity. Whereas Japan and Korea and China, the vast majority of their, you know, ethnicity is Japanese or Korean or Chinese. So they're still very much a homogenous place. So I'm not going to go and live there, you know, as a recognized citizen. I'm not going to consider myself Japanese because I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you just have to get through your stupid moron head.
No.
So, because again, I get it. These other places, the practices, the things that they do, whatever, it's intriguing. You know, it's very alien. It's unfamiliar. It's beautiful. It's, I mean, you know, just it's the things that are different intrigue. You know, but why would you go and get 18 surgeries, which by the way probably isn't going to be the last of them?
Mm-hmm.
If you know, when you look at people who start going down that path, it just never ends.
Mm-hmm.
And then not just start calling yourself, you know, a nationality that you're not, but then also like, because the guy also uses the same name as the guy from BTS.
What the fuck is BTS? All I hear is about BTS.
I don't know. I always think
anything.
All I know is that they're a boy band. I don't know what the name stands for. I just like, unless it stands for behind the scenes, but I kind of doubt that. But
I always hear about it. Like, I don't get
I
it.
know that they have a huge like fan base, and a lot of them are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude seems to be the most insane out of
Like
everybody.
obsessed, almost like worshiping a god.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's just retarded, and I came across that, and I was like, wow.
I mean, that's really nothing to really pay any close attention to be honest.
No, but you know, it was funny. PewDiePie did a thing on it. That's why I was like, oh
I
shit,
haven't
that's
watched
funny.
that one yet.
Oh, BTS.
BPS,
BPS.
boy,
Pussy.
show. I don't know.
Oh man. Fucking
Anyway.
Asian. The fandoms these days always baffle me. Like,
Yeah. Fandoms in general have always been kind of weird, but I think now they're especially weird because there's so much more you can do. Whereas before, it was just kind of like keeping up with the band was a little bit more difficult to do because there was no internet and, you know, all that, there's no social media.
Stalking the band was probably harder to do.
But, you know, just in general, everything was harder to do. But now it's just like everything's so out there and so quick that it's just, I don't know, makes a weird fan base.
Obsessive fan bases, man. I think there's just too much stimulation out there, man. People need to calm the fuck down. Calm the
Agreed.
fuck down. Or maybe they're just bored. You know, everyone just stuck at home all day. It's like, what else are you gonna do?
No, because they've been like this since way before the pandemic.
Yeah, that's true. You do have a point.
This guy said he started his surgeries like 8 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's how long this group's been around? 8 years?
Apparently. Well, it must be like 40-year-old or something like that.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Ugh. God, what is this country coming? Every episode is like this. We're just like, what is this country coming to?
Yeah, not much has changed.
Put in the fluoride and the GMOs.
Putting chemicals in the water, turning the frogs gay. Hey, any news on our buddy?
And they sell children to the pedophile government. What buddy?
Alex.
Well, he's still doing his stuff. Why?
Is he? I haven't been keeping up with him.
Well, there was a recent video actually posted yesterday. He was in the southern border yelling at, pretty much immigration centers, saying that what you're doing is against the law and stuff like that. You know, typical Alex Jones stuff.
Okay, all right.
Which I respect.
Good to see he's still healthy.
I don't know.
Dude, what is the world gonna be like without Alex Jones?
I don't want to imagine a world without him. I don't know. To me, the guy is like, I don't know what I'm looking for. He pisses me off in the sense that like he's kind of a parody of just one huge meme. Essentially, is what that is. But then he says stuff that have truth to it. But
Exactly.
then no one takes him seriously because just the way he is. But
That's
then,
why it's hard for me to tell whether or not he's legitimate or if he's
like
like
a psyop or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, either way, I love the guy. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I'd still totally have a beer with him.
Apparently, he frequents Austin a lot. Apparently, like on 8th Street, I think. If I'm getting the name of the street correct, like where all like the fancy bars are at. Like he goes there frequently, from what I've heard.
Like to enjoy himself?
Yeah, just walking down the street.
Oh, sweet. Shoot, we gotta make that a thing when I go visit you.
Yeah, I mean it's only like an hour drive, so it's not that far.
Anyways,
This episode sucks.
that's another frequent thing on this podcast.
Yeah. I know. What?
Just saying that it sucks.
I haven't done this in a while. Normally I can flow better with topics because we've been kind of practicing, but dude, we just haven't been doing this. No idea what to talk about. I feel like everything I talk about just makes me just hate the people more.
Sure, well, then let's talk about something a little bit, light. Is there any nerdy stuff that you've heard of that you're excited about?
Oh yeah, shit, man. Halo Infinite's coming out. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right, let's talk about Halo then. What are you excited for specifically about Halo Infinite?
Well, the multiplayer. I mean, it looks like they're going back to form, essentially.
True. I have seen some stuff on that. It looks kind of neato.
Neato,
I don't like that
neato.
they're really, or at least seemingly. I can't say for sure until I play it, but it seems like they've nerfed the hell out of the vehicles, though.
What do you mean by nerf? Like,
Well, you know when back in the day, there was no exploding the Warthog. It would just worked until it didn't. But then they started implementing actual vehicle breakdown and all that kind of stuff, which was fine back when they first did it. But I don't know, they made it seem like they've made it even easier. At least when I saw it, it was like, I don't know. It just seemed like they were fixing something that was never a problem.
Or I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited, but it's more of a nostalgia feeling than actually like being excited for something new. Because honestly, man, the game market is just oversaturated. I just don't know. Like, I'm not excited for anything anymore. Any game.
Did you say the gay market?
Game market.
Oh, game.
The game market's too saturated? Well, no shit. There's an actual gay market out there. Fucking.
Oh, look at that. It almost looks like a face.
Was that glass?
Like my hand. But it looks like a little face right there.
It's too many. There's too many games out here, man. Game over, man. Game over.
My thing is I don't mind if there are too many games, because to me, the more variety, the better. But the thing that I am not enjoying is this saturation of freaking political horse crap and little, and then social justice warrior crap in games. I'm like,
you son of a bitch! What happened to getting wholesome?
oh yeah, so jeez, you know what? That was my bad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Like,
Then I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna finish my whiskey. You just talk about Halo Infinite then.
Oh, that's it. That's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, there's just nothing good coming out, at least from recent memory. I mean, the last game I actually like bought was like Chivalry, and that's already been something that's been done already. But it's fun.
True.
But it is fun though. I'll give them that.
Oh hell yeah, that's freaking great.
They're coming out with a new Battlefield. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Oh, I did. And I saw. I like the little. They actually had like
thing.
two. No, I don't care about the tornado.
Tornado.
I like the little nod to the players.
Which part? Oh, the plane part where you just jump out.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
I saw
they
that.
had another one with like an ATV or something. They didn't show it finishing, but like people like putting C4s on it and stuff.
Oh, when you Allah Akbar them.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
So that could be cool. You know, again, that could just be something that corporate allowed. You know, because obviously the developers and stuff are actually chill people, and so they're like, oh, let's put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then the actual game is just going to be horse crap like freaking Battlefield 5. Or it could just be like a heads up that, hey, you know, we took it back from, you know, this stupid path that it was on, and it's going to be made for the gamer. Which, to be fair, it does seem that way with how they describe the gameplay and everything. So
Right.
I am actually kind of excited for that too.
I mean,
It's been a while since we had such a great freaking like combat type game since like Battlefield 4.
yeah.
Because that was
I mean,
an amazing game.
I mean, Battlefield 4 is still pretty active.
Yeah, it is.
I just haven't felt like playing it because I'm sick of dying.
Same.
Like, you know, the servers when like every single guy is an expert with the Apache, and it's just not fun anymore.
It's never fun.
Yeah, constantly running around on foot and just getting blown up. Like, come on.
Hey, that wasn't too bad.
But essentially, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty much got nothing else to talk about. Well, there was something else, but I don't know if I should talk about it.
Related to
I don't want to talk about people.
like people that you know or people in the public spotlight.
I guess people that I know personally.
Oh, let's jump into it.
Your dad.
You don't have to say name.
Talk about your dad.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I still haven't
is
taken.
it negative or positive?
No, it's pretty positive. I still haven't taken a picture yet, but I keep forgetting. It's just so busy at work sometimes. But dude, it's it's just weird. It's fucking bizarre when I'm ever around the guy.
Apparently,
Same-
my actual dad has a doppelganger where Jan works,
Yeah.
and it's weird.
He same height, same haircut, same voice, just literally the same person. It's freaky.
So what about him?
No, just his background. Like, he's just telling me like his experience. So he was the one telling me about like picking up like a G7 contract, trying to work for I don't want to say the name because it kind of puts a specific place to where my area is, but let's just say military hospital to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got civilian contracts out there for people in my profession. Pick up some couple, pick up a year or two, get some military or government benefits from it. So essentially, he was kind of pushing me in that direction. And apparently, he's had experience at the specific military hospital, and the stuff that he would tell me, I'm like, holy shit! Like I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that. Like real, almost batshit crazy PTSD, mental health people out there. You got, patients who are in the burn ward from a freaking tarmac explosion. Pretty much like jet fuel getting on these soldiers, and they're just burned to death, and they're just pretty much on the burn ward. Like patients like that, I'm just like, I've never heard stuff like that before. So he would always tell me like stories from his experience, like fucking rats the size of like dogs in the basement and everything.
Damn.
One time going downstairs to, do a routine, exam. I'm being very general about this. To go downstairs to do a routine exam and not realizing one of the mental health patients escaped in the basement where it's pitch black, she's wearing all white and she's just in the corner of the room as you walk in there, and it freaks you out, so you run out.
Freaks you out. What? Was she attractive? Because otherwise, if she's attractive, then that's a shame. I would not have run out.
I don't know, but the way he described it to me, I'm like stuff like that would happen, like PTSD people just hiding in the dark basement as you go in there to do an exam. Kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see.
Don't be doing that shit.
I need to grab something real quick. Give me a sec. Continue your story.
That's essentially it. At least from what I've heard. Just a different type of work.
Yeah.
Whenever
you see, I'm sure that would be interesting for you, unless you enjoy sitting around like doing nothing during the evening.
I mean, it's easy money.
True.
No, I'm gonna. I have to hit my at least another couple months before I just decide to do that. It's just.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still keep my current position, but we'll see. We shall see. All I know is I know a guy. I know a guy. It's cool to meet someone with that much experience that knows all about the place that you essentially just decide to move to, and he has all these different connections. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I call him Mr. San Antonio for sure, because he just knows what's going on everywhere in
Yeah.
San Antonio.
That's cool. Huh. So
This episode sucked.
whatever, man. We gotta ease back into it again.
It's been a while. Like we're so vocal in the other ones. Like we knew what the fuck we were talking about. This one just like.
Oh, we had a few where it still went kind of garbage.
Yeah, it was pretty garbage.
But hey, at least now that we've kind of got the ball rolling again, and we were able to kind of work out some of the kinks.
Yeah, this took a while.
Then yeah, for the next time it shouldn't be that difficult.
I think I don't know. Hold on.
You need better writing, that's for sure.
Never mind. I could have sworn I wrote some talking points, but I think I was just dreaming. Because normally I have that whiteboard where I just write stuff that I can like get into. I look straight back and looked at it, and it just says pay bills.
That's how you know you're moving up in the world.
Don't forget pay bills.
Not
Not even proper English. Don't forget pay bills.
Yeah. I was gonna say something and then I forgot.
Stone Temple Pilots.
No, damn it! It's gonna bug me.
ISIS.
I said you need better lighting,
Well, yeah, no shit.
and then I forgot. Damn it! Oh well.
Was that during the rant where I stepped out?
Oh, that's what I. Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. Or ask. What are your plans for the 4th of July, man? America's birthday.
Marcus' birthday. I might just go down to downtown where the river is and just watch the fireworks.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, apparently it's a big deal out here. Everyone just has their guns out.
That's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I don't know. I think I'm adjusting to this place. I mean, at first I fucking hated it. I was pretty much I was just a dick to everyone here. But no, I'm starting to get used to this place. I'm actually starting to like it a lot more. Specifically, just the bike trails, just fucking gorgeous, man. Like I've never been on a bikeway where it goes all the way around the city, nice and paved, forest everywhere, and then you can just see wildlife, like just deers and.
Hey, son of a bastard! Look at me when you're talking to me.
I am. Why?
No, you're not. Look at me.
Why?
Look at me.
I'm looking at you. Why?
No. You're looking at the screen.
You want me to look at the camera, but on the screen, if I'm looking at
look at the camera.
Why?
That's so much better.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Well, it
looks better.
If I look at the screen, it looks like I'm talking to you like across. That's how I set that up.
kind of gay. Anyways, all right. Well,
You dumbass. That's how I
Anyways,
set up the
that's-
screen.
that's cool and stuff. Freaking, I'm working on freaking
I mean,
the 4th of July, so
yeah.
I'm probably gonna still see fireworks since pretty much everybody and their mother in LA has fireworks and they just shoot them off.
I mean, it's holiday pay, so that's good, right?
No, I don't think so because we're on a contract.
Oh, that sucks ass.
Yes, it
You
does.
don't get double and a half for holiday.
Probably not, unless something happens that I'm unaware of. Nope.
Shit, last holiday I worked, goddamn, holiday time and a half, double and a half.
Nice.
Well, no, the lady's working this next holiday, so, or July 4th, so she's getting that double and a half.
Sweet.
More than me, that's for sure. Fuck her. No. Anyways,
Oh, we're gonna be getting samples from your people.
what do you need from my people?
Apparently, we just signed off on some stuff that allows us to get COVID samples from the Philippines and
Burn it.
Guam
Burn it.
and somewhere else. Yeah. Thinking about peeing in the samples. No, just kidding.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I know it was like super random. But like, dude, lately we've been dead. Like California put so much money into this laboratory, and it's surprising that we're still working and getting paid as well as we do.
You know, that's interesting. Well, if that's the case, that's how your kind of job works. You kind of want the pandemic to keep going in California at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't care either way because the UCLA just recently unfroze their hiring process, so I could always just go over to UCLA if I want. So whether it's COVID related or not, laboratory work is laboratory work, and I'm I don't really care. Sitting down doing jack squat while getting paid a fairly decent wage is dope, don't get me wrong, but when you're doing that for 12 hours a day, it starts to like eat away at your brain.
Well, I'd lose my mind doing that.
Yeah.
Even-
Like no, don't get me wrong. We're not doing nothing for 12 hours a day. It's just the majority of the time, it's a lot of waiting. So, but anyways,
I mean,
where are we at on time, buddy?
I mean, for some people that's enjoyable. About an hour in.
Well.
You can
Okay.
you can wrap it up in like 10 minutes.
Wrap it up, homie. 10 minutes.
In 10 minutos. Well, I gotta take out a big chunk of that away from a little intermission.
Oh.
Ahead.
We could just leave it in there and let it be awkward.
I will see. I mean, I gotta go look back and see this. I haven't even edited in such a long time, so that's gonna be a nightmare to figure this shit out after. I'm stupid.
Well, yeah, because actually,
Well, no,
that's a good point.
That was the last thing I was gonna. We'll finish up before I get to the last thing I was gonna say.
No, go for it.
No. Well, I was just gonna wrap it up with what is your timetable and where is your destination, since you and like many others from California are pretty much just leaving because they said fuck this place.
I see. Well, as you and I have discussed, but not so much on the podcast, even though I might have referenced to it once, maybe. So the reality is, and also, I just want to preface this: I am not gay. Jan is gay. Okay, because Jan was the first one to make it gay. But basically,
I'm married.
Wherever it is that you end up settling will probably be where I move. It's become blatantly clear to me that finding a bro who is as chill and not as like garbage like the majority of other people
I'm pretty sure
is really difficult to come across. And I have experienced that to no end with coworkers and other random people. So at my age, I'm pretty much just like decided, you know what? I've already got one of those friends. He's just in another state. So if I have to move, then I'm gonna move.
I still
So
find-
as far as
I still find that interaction that you told me pretty fucking hilarious.
which one?
What was fucking fuck boy? The guy
Oh,
struck out.
That dude.
Yeah.
Oh my word. You know what? We'll keep that one for the next podcast. So that's a decent story. We'll make a note of that. Because it does get, you know, a little lengthy. But anyways, point is, as far as when, I'm looking at, because you're coming in sometime in August back to LA to visit. So so I'm probably gonna give it another month, and then I'll go and visit you. So I'll probably visit you in October, and then, or maybe near the end of September. I don't know. We can discuss it. Anyways, and then after that, I'm thinking that basically, because you had mentioned that there's a possibility of you guys moving, you know, sometime next year or whatever. So I'm gonna wait until.
It's a possibility, but I would
Yeah.
rather to be more, I guess the word I'm looking for, smarter, I guess, is probably 2 years. You know, so
Oh, okay. Okay, well then.
a year is kind of it's kind of a rushed.
Yeah.
It wasn't my own idea, but
Yeah.
probably 2 years is more realistic.
Okay. So then, in that case, well, I'm just gonna have to play it by ear, because basically, what I don't want to have happen is for me to say, "Haha, bye California, suckers," and then move to where you're at right now, and then all of a sudden, a year later, you move somewhere else, and then I'm like, crap, because then it's kind of pointless.
Well, even if I ended up here and I move, it's still like reasonably close.
Oh yeah, true, maybe. Yeah, I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, dude. It's like
We'll see what happens. So basically, anywhere between a year to maybe 2 years, and then I'll make that move.
Finally leaving the Golden State.
Yeah, you know, hey man, it's a wonderful little place. But
we
the
talked
golden,
about it before.
yeah, if the golden part of California is the golden shower that the government takes on all of its citizens, then I'm out. You know what I mean?
Oh, golden shower, governor knows some pee-pee.
It used to be that people could come here and, you know, strike gold. Now it's just the government pisses on everybody, and everything sucks.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that people are attracted to here is the illusion of happiness and success and fame and all that kind of stuff. It's an illusion. It's not real, because even if you do strike success, you know, with like the entertainment industry, it's a garbage life. Like you know, obviously, you know, a lot of people make it seem like it's enjoyable, but boy, oh boy, there's a reason why they do a ton of drugs and all this other crap that they get involved in. It's because after you get through that, you know, that momentary high of, hey, I'm a bajillionaire, I can do whatever I want, and then you start realizing, oh wait, I can't actually do whatever I want because I'm owned by a company, and so on and so forth.
Unless your thing is fucking kids, then yeah, go for it.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's that. So yeah, no. California will always have a special place in my heart, especially LA. It's my home.
It's my home.
But
too. I mean, no matter where I tell people, like, yeah, dude, I'm proud Los Angelian. That's where I'm from.
Yeah. But at the same time, it just doesn't make sense to live here anymore, man. It's crazy to think that, you know, I'm making more than you at the moment, and yet you not only have a place, but you have like expendable income essentially.
Yeah.
And you can go and get a house pretty much whenever you want. You know,
Yeah.
We're over here, even though I'm making more than you, I'm still like in a position where I'm like, oh crap. You know, you have to make.
Well, mind you, when I was there making my amount, I still couldn't afford anything, and that was
exactly. So that's the point. You know, it's just, if I didn't care about anything and I didn't care about trying to move up in life and, you know, have a decent place and have a wife and kids and all that kind of horse crap, then you know what? I'd probably stay here, no problem. But, you know, unfortunately, I do kind of want something better, and it's not going to be here in California.
The world's smallest violin. definitely I mean, it took some time getting used to, especially getting the huge decrease in pay. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, technically, the place I have right now is considered a luxury apartment, and this is one of the more expensive places. And to me, I'm like, this is expensive.
Yeah, it's cheap as hell.
Yeah, this is cheap, but I guess people.
To be fair, though, I did find better looking apartments than yours for cheaper.
Oh, most likely.
Just saying.
Well, I got.
And I will be getting that one when I go there. I want to be better than you.
It's fine. This place is only temporary, man.
Yeah, I know. Yanking your chain.
Yeah, ultimately.
Anyways.
Whenever the house comes around, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
Only
sure.
time will tell. And with that being said, we come to a close.
Everybody, it's been a pleasure. Apologies on the informality and the fact that it's just kind of like not a whole lot of structure, but at the same time, we appreciate you being around. For those of you who watch and listen, we look forward to changing things up in the future and just continuing a random thing for two random dudes who people may or may not care about their
they don't care.
opinions. Well, you'd be surprised.
Faggots.
I know we're supposed to be closing out, but I'll say this. I've kind of given a quick little, without saying that it was my or our podcast, I showed them a couple things, and I don't know.
Who?
Some of them care. A couple coworkers.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell them it was your podcast. They couldn't tell it was your voice.
I skipped a bunch. Well, I know. But anyways, point is, some people, especially some of our more serious podcasts, some people are a little bit more intrigued as to hear what people are saying. So,
random subscriber. Subscribe. Anyway,
like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Blah blah blah. Anyways, it's fun to be back, and I'm looking forward to it, especially with this whole video thing, which is still kind of weird. But we'll get used to it.
We'll get used to it.
I now have a runny nose. So, with that being said, everybody have a good night. Stay safe out there, and Viva la America. Bye bye.
Ooh.